Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings Girls game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and today the 11-1 Viking girls are getting ready to take on the 2-7 Hayward Hurricanes. The Vikings are coming off a dominating 77-34 win over the Spring Valley Cardinals on Thursday, while the Hurricanes are coming off a 52-42 loss to the Cameron Comets also on Thursday. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Hayward Hurricanes and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Serrar's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game. So, it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's girls basketball game between the Hayward Hurricanes and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to keep building following their 77-34 win over the Spring Valley Cardinals on Thursday. In that game, the Vikings were able to utilize their balanced scoring as 10 Viking players tallied points. They were led by 5'7" sophomore McKenna Shipman, who hit on 9 field goals, a three-pointer, and a free throw for 22 points. She was followed by Ainsley Olson, who hit 4 field goals, a three-pointer, and a free throw for 12 points. Emily Bertram Schofield added 11 points, while Maddie Barstead and Jeanette Hajdukovic contributed 8 and 7 points, respectively. Thus far this season, the Vikings are led in scoring by Shipman, who's averaging over 15 points per game. She's followed by Barstead, who's putting up almost 11 points per game. Also leading contributors include Emily Bertram Schofield with nearly 10 points per game, as well as Jillian Bovey and Jasmine Best, who are adding over 6 points per game each. Also last Thursday, the Hurricanes were defeated by the Cameron Comets 52-42. Unfortunately, we don't have any scoring totals from that game. However, going into that game, leading the way for the Hurricanes on the season was senior guard Anna Johnson, who's averaging nearly 13 points per game. She's followed by Brooke Quast and Michaela Cadote, who add another 7 and 6 points respectively. The leading rebounder for Hayward is Avery Poppy, who is grabbing over 6 rebounds per game, followed by Cadote, who's pulling down nearly 5. In this game, it appears as though the Vikings should be able to put to good use their overall solid team play, as the Vikings are averaging 61 points per game compared to Hayward's 43. Defensively, the Vikings are giving up 41 points per game, while the Hurricanes allow 45. Coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Courtney Serrar on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today we're talking with Viking girls head coach Courtney Serrar. And Coach, back on Thursday, the Vikings took care of business by picking up a conference win over the Spring Valley Cardinals, 77-34. Your comments about that game?
Yeah, I thought, it was a great team win. I thought, a lot of kids got a lot of playing time and everybody contributed, whether it be scoring or rebounding or passing, hustling. I thought, right away from the start, we just kind of didn't really give them a chance to think that they could hang around. And, it was a good, another good conference win moving into Saturday.
Now, this game is a good example of what people have been saying to me anyway about this team, and that is they play as a team, and it almost doesn't matter who's in the game at the time. They play together. They know their responsibilities. Your thoughts about the team effort being shown by the Vikings thus far this season?
Yeah, it's an absolute expectation that you play unselfish, that you find, the open person. And that's just kind of what we've established from day one. And the girls have bought in and they know that playing in that way wins games and wins championships. And I think, a lot of these kids have been, through our program, for a while, and it's just an expectation.
In fact, there was a play on Thursday night where Jeanette Hajdukovic almost took that to an extreme. She had a wide open shot under the basket and still decided to kick it out to the outside and let someone take a shot from out there.
Yeah, you'll have occasions where they're almost too unselfish, but I would much rather have it that way than, where everyone is selfish and doesn't pass the ball. So
now tonight, the Vikings take on the 2-7 Hayward Hurricanes. The Hurricanes just dropped a 52-42 decision to the Cameron Comets back on Thursday. What can you tell us about the Hurricanes?
In all honesty, I don't know a ton about Hayward. I tend to focus more so on our conference opponents. And when we, have 2 games in a week and then a game on the weekend, it kind of falls on the back burner. But what I do know is, they have a couple kids who are capable of putting the ball in the basket. I can't think of her first name right now, but her last name is Johnson, and I know she's averaging about 12 points for them. So we're going to spend a lot of our time focusing on making sure that she stays under her average, and then keeping their, post players off of the boards. They have a couple kids who are really capable of rebounding well, and number 53 is, a big body for them inside. So we're going to have to make sure that, our help is there and, that they get one shot and then, make sure we keep her off the board. So,
yeah, the player that you were talking about, that's Anna Johnson. She's averaging, I think it's just about 13 points per game. And then they also have Brooke Quast and Kayla, I think it's Cadote. And they are going to present some challenges for you, but it's nothing that you haven't seen before. And so, again, team play by the girls should really get it done for you tonight. The Vikings are getting ready to head into the meat of the Dunn St. Croix Conference schedule, and they're sitting on top with a 5-0 record. Your thoughts about how the race for the conference title is shaping up thus far?
I'm happy with where we're sitting, but I know that we play some tough teams here in a couple weeks, and we're going to have to play our best basketball if we, want to reach our first goal, which is to be Dunn St. Croix champs. So I know we have Elk Mound Tuesday, and they would love to beat us. I know. I think they thought that they maybe could have beat us last year, and definitely have our name circled on their calendar. So we have to make sure that, if we're going to defend that we have to, come ready to play. And they're a very good team. So it'll definitely take our A game for sure.
Okay. In fact, you guys end up being circles on a lot of people's calendars this year, don't you?
Yeah, that's usually the case.
Well, and you develop a reputation for being a tough team. That's what's going to happen. Well, Coach Serrar, good luck in tonight's game. Hopefully the Vikings will be able to keep things rolling as they prepare to head into the Dun St. Croix Conference race.
Yeah, thank you.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to further hone their skills in today's non-conference game as they strive for a fourth consecutive Dun St. Croix Conference title. On the other hand, the Hurricanes would like to get back into the winning column following their loss on Thursday. So the stage is set for some exciting high school girls basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV. Now, in just a moment, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where Dan Petchow and I will bring you all the action of today's girls game between the Colfax Vikings and the Hayward Hurricanes. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. But I need that back. No. Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Colfax Viking basketball is on the air.
Adielski's pass gets intercepted. Farstead, she brings it back down the floor. Cuts into the lane. Jumper from the lane, nothing but net time.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking girls varsity basketball game.
Farstead over to the left side to Best, who puts up the three and hit it. Jasmine Best with a three-pointer. She's got 8 points.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Pass down the left side to Hajdukovic. Hook shot goes up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic with the power forward hook. Good afternoon. Welcome to Colfax High School. We have Saturday afternoon girls basketball for you as the Vikings are getting ready to take on the Hayward Hurricanes. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera, and he really is there on the camera. He abandoned us there for a few seconds right before the start, but that's okay, he got back in time. These things have to happen. Now, the junior varsity game ran a little bit long. Evidently, somebody forgot to tell coaches that when you get down to the end of a junior varsity game, you don't call timeouts and make the game go even longer. But evidently, we're going to get started in about 11 and a half minutes or so. 11:43, 11:37, something like that. Whatever the clock says, that's how long it's going to take. And we'll be ready to get rolling. But Dan, the Vikings come into this game with a record of 11 wins and 1 loss. Non-conference game. Vikings sitting atop the Dun St. Croix Conference. and the Hayward Hurricanes are in the heart of the North Conference. They have a record of 2 wins, 7 losses. Their last game was against the Cameron Comets, where they were defeated 52-42. And that game was back on Thursday, I believe. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and I don't recall for sure.
Yeah, Colfax is in a good rhythm right now. They're rolling. The team's playing well. They understand what they're supposed to do out there. They're playing great defense, have good ball pressure and they get a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, it's that real intense defense that the Viking girls play is keeping them in the games, even when they have cold shooting at the beginning, which is something they had not the last game, but the couple games before that. They came out cold at Ladysmith and then Fall Creek. They were just really struggling in the first half of both of those games, but their defense kept everything intact, and off they went in the second half and pulled away in both of those.
Yeah, now it's just to stay on this roll, try to stay healthy, and get to the playoffs.
I'll tell you what, why don't we take a little bit of a timeout here. We'll get some word from our sponsors, and we'll come back, and Dan will give us the starting lineups for both of these teams for tonight's game. So you're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
Welcome back to Colfax High School, where today the Vikings are taking on the Hayward Hurricanes. And Dan, why don't you tell us who's going to play in tonight's game?
Yeah, here's the starters for the Hayward Hurricanes. They're going to go with senior number 3, Brooke Quast. Senior number 11, Anna Johnson. Senior number 31, Anna Morgan. Senior number 33, Erin Morgan. Wonder if they're twins.
That's a good question. I think we're going to go with Anna and Erin when we call the game today.
And junior number 53, Michaela Cadat. For the Vikings, they're going to go with senior number 12, Jillian Bovey. Senior number 22, Maddie Barstead. Senior number 24, Emily Bertram Schofield. Junior number 32, Jasmine Best. And sophomore number 42, McKenna Shipman.
Sure, Jasmine has the easiest name to say, and that's the one that got stuck right behind your eye tooth there. It just kind of hung up and didn't want to come out. You had a tough time with the best, right?
Yeah, the B was silent.
Oh, okay. So both teams out getting warmed up, and we'll take a quick look at the numbers in today's game. And we didn't get any statistics from Hayward on their game with Cameron, but I do have the statistics going into that game. And the one player that really grabbed my attention was Anna Johnson, averaging about 13 points per game. She's 33 of 92 from the floor, and that's 36% shooting average. 11 for 25 from the free throw line for 44%. 5 out of 30 from three-point land, that's 17%. Her season high this year is 18 points. So she is the player that the Vikings are going to have to be most concerned about. Although Michaela Cadat and Brooke Quast also have the ability to score in double figures. And actually, Anna Morgan has had a good game as well this year where she put up 12 points. She's averaging 4 per game, but she did have a 12-point game a little earlier this year. So the Hayward Hurricanes are getting loosened up just down to our left. Vikings in a circle talking with Coach Serrar. Now they break that up off to our right. And we're going to take another timeout. We'll come back for the national anthem and player introduction from the scorer's bench. And then we'll have Viking basketball coming up. So you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, January 11th when the Vikings travel to Elk Mound to take on the Elk Mound Raiders. Live coverage on Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's like Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Tuesday, January 11th. On those days when you're hankering for something that's delicious and nutritious, simply stop by FitFam Nutrition in Colfax. They serve Herbalife meal replacement shakes, metabolism-boosting teas and protein coffees. They taste as good as they sound, and they're healthy. Come and visit the Bentons and let them prepare for you a simply sweet treat, or something for the chocoholic or coffee lover in you. FitFam is a slam dunk. That's FitFam Nutrition, complete with one-on-one wellness coaching and business opportunities. 1020 University Avenue in Colfax.
And we're back here at Colfax High School getting ready for the start of today's game. There was that announcement just a minute ago about the girls' game coming up on Tuesday. That's right, the Viking girls are going to travel over to Elk Mound to take on the Mounders. That's one people have had circled on their calendars for a while now. Both teams undefeated in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. Whoever wins that game is going to be kind of in the driver's seat when it comes to the conference play and looking for that conference title. So that's one I know we're all really excited to bring to you on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's been a good matchup the last couple years, 2-3 years here.
Yeah, it has. But let's not get the cart before the horse here. We got a game right here, and if the Vikings don't pay attention, the Hayward Hurricanes could come out and pull a bit of a surprise act. Yeah, although it would not affect the conference standing, since this is a non-conference game. It would say something about the Vikings, and they need to establish right away what's supposed to happen in these games, which has been their strategy all along.
Yeah, you know what, I mean, we're a little ways out until the playoffs, but it'll definitely make what I want to say. They'll notice in the sectionals, you know, for the seedings, you know, so every game is kind of getting to be important right now to get to Madison. Or it ain't Madison anymore, it's Green Bay, I think.
That's right. But you're absolutely right about the sectional seedings. It's all done by computer now. There's no voting, so I shouldn't say it doesn't matter who you lose to, because it does matter, because their records come into play as well, which makes this all the more important for the Vikings, because Hayward's struggling this year, and if the Vikings were to lose to a struggling team, it's really going to hurt their seeding when it comes to the sectionals. So they want to make sure that they take care of business today and don't let that happen. Teams are starting to mosey their way on over to their various benches, getting rid of their warm-ups. And we're going to get ready for the national anthem. That'll be coming up in just a couple of seconds. And then the player introductions from the scorers table. Also, don't forget, coming up, we do have some boys basketball coming up on Monday, as the boys are going to try to stretch their winning streak to 3 games when they take on the Oliva Strum Cardinals. Those of you that weren't with us last night for the boys game against Boyceville, that was a crossbreed between basketball and hockey. A lot of physical action. Check it out on our YouTube channel. That was one heck of a basketball game. And the Vikings, well, I won't give any spoilers, but if you understand what I said about stretching the winning streak, you'll know what happened. All right, it's time for our national anthem, down to the scores table.
Would everyone please stand if able? Remove your hats and place your hand over your heart to honor the flag as the national anthem is played.
And the playing of our national anthem, and send it right back down to the scores table for the announcement of the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Welcome to Colfax High School for today's non-conference girls basketball matchup between the Hayward Hurricanes and your Colfax Vikings. Introducing the starters for Hayward. Number 3 is senior Brooke Wass. Number 11 is senior Anna Johnston. Number 31 is senior Anna Morgan. Number 33 is senior Erin Morgan. And number 53 is junior Michaela Gadak. The Hurricanes are led by head coach Joe Brennan. And now the starting lineup for your Colfax Vikings. At guard is senior number 12, Jillian Bovey. At forward is senior number 22, Madison Arstad. At guard is senior number 24, Emily Birchett-Schofield. At guard is senior number 32, Jasmine Ness. And at forward is sophomore number 42, Jenna Gibson.
And that's the starting lineups for today's game. Again, for the Hayward Hurricanes, we have Quast, Johnson, Anna Morgan, Erin Morgan, and Cadat. For the Vikings, Bovey, Barstead, Bertram, Schofield, Best, and Shipman. No silent B's in there, Dan.
Yeah, it'll be a night where we got to be on our toes.
In fact, let's hope they act like a swarm of bees tonight. All right, both teams on the floor. We've got Shipman standing in there. Looks like Aaron Morgan, and the tip is controlled by the Hurricanes. Quast with it across the timeline. Takes it over to the right side to Anna Morgan. She gets it over to Johnson. Johnson out to Kadot on the right corner. Feeds it into the lane to Quast, and she lays it up and in. So the Hurricanes have the first 2 points of the game. And down the floor comes Jasmine Best. Feeds it over to the left side. Bertram Schofield on the wing. Gets it to Barstead, cutting through the lane, lays it up and in. Maddie Barstead with the first 2 points for the Vikings, and we're all even at 2. Vikings putting on full court pressure. Hurricanes get it across the timeline. Quast takes it over to the right side to Anna Morgan. She's dead on the right side, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's off of Bertram Schofield. So the Hurricanes will have it inbounds. Johnson to inbound it. Gets it into Kadot, back to Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key. Over to the right side to Anna Morgan. Over to Quast. Quast at the free throw line to Kadot, down on the right side. Tries the right baseline, underneath. Tries to go up, and she gets tied up. She was tied up down there by Jillian Bovey, and we have a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. Best to bring it down the floor. Stops between the circles. Gets it over to Bertram Schofield. Thought about the three, then drives down, lays it up and in. She looked for the three-pointer and then drove down the left side and put it in the hole. 4-2, Vikings on top. Hayward brings it down the floor. Quast with it. Gets it off to the right side to Anna Morgan. And we get it all tied up, and we're going to get a foul called on Jasmine Best for the reach-in. They were trying to tie up the ball. That's the first foul on anybody. Johnson to inbound. Gets it out to Quast. Quast having a hard time controlling it. Gets it back to Johnson. Takes it to the free throw line. Gets it over to the right side to Anna Morgan. To Kadot. To Aaron Morgan, who tries to go up, but we're going to get a foul called.
Should be on Jillian Bovey, maybe. Yep.
No, that's not who they call.
No.
McKenna Shipman with the foul. It's her first, second team foul on the Vikings. Inbound pass to Anna Morgan. Gets it over to Quast. Now over to the left side to Johnson. Johnson drives the lane, puts it up, no good. Second shot put back up and in by Kadot. And we're tied at 4. Vikings quickly down the floor. Bertram Schofield on the left side. Spins, takes it into the lane, puts it up and in. Emily Bertram Schofield from right in the middle of the paint. And the Vikings are back on top 6-4. Hurricanes bringing it down the floor. Quast on the dribble, down the right side. Feeds it to Kadot, who took an extra step. So the Vikings will have it. Best on the dribble. She crosses the timeline, feeds it over to the left side to Barstead. To Shipman, puts up the three-pointer, no good, and it bounces off of Bertram Schofield, out of bounds. And we have a substitute coming in. Zawatowski is in for Hayward. You were betting that I wasn't going to be able to say that name.
Yeah, I kept looking at that. I wanted to throw that other.
Zawatowski has it. Gets it over to Aaron Morgan. To Quast. Quast to Aaron Morgan. Takes it over to the left side. Back out to Quast between the circles. She takes it to the right side to Johnson. To Quast underneath to Zawatowski. Puts up a shot. It got blocked. Ball's loose on the floor. Picked up by the Vikings. And down the floor comes Barstead. Feeds it to Bovey. Tries to get it into the lane to Shipman, who lays it up and in. Very nice play by the Vikings, and we have a timeout being called by the Hayward Hurricanes. Vikings lead 8-4, and you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Hayward inbounds the ball, and we're going to get a push being called on Bovey, and she's kind of looking like, I did what?
That'll be her first.
Third team foul on the Vikings. Aaron Morgan to inbound it to Quast in the backcourt. Vikings putting on full court pressure. She comes across the timeline, and we're going to get a whistle. Ball goes out of bounds. They're saying it was off of Bovey. Inbound pass to Quast in the backcourt. She brings it across the timeline. Over to the left side to Aaron Morgan. Drives the baseline. Shot got blocked, and down the floor come the Vikings. Bertram Schofield feeds it out to Best. Best dribbles it off her foot, but it's picked up by Bovey. Drives into the lane, and she got pushed a little trying to get through the lane. And it's going to be, I think it's on Quast. We'll see what, no.
33.
Aaron Morgan. That's her first team foul on the Hurricanes. Several substitutions for the Vikings. Hajdukovic with it, gets it out to Olsen. Over to Best. Underneath the Barstead, lays it up and in. 10-4, Vikings on top, 14:05 to go in the first half. Coming down the floor is Schmidt. She feeds it over to Zawatowski. To Quast. Quast takes it down the right side of the lane, lays it up. It does not go in. Rebound chased down by Best. She brings it down the floor. She's being guarded closely by Johnson. Gets it out to the wing to Barstead, and she hit that three-pointer. Maddie Barstead with the three. 13-4, Vikings now on top by 9.
She's got 7 out of the 13.
Hayward with the ball in the back court. Quast has it now across the timeline. Feeds it over to Johnson outside the arc. Back to Quast. Three-pointer on the way. Off the iron. No good. Rebound taken down by Barstead. Hands it off to Best, who brings it up across the timeline. She's on the dribble between the circles. Picks up the dribble. Tries to feed it to Barstead underneath. And the ball gets intercepted by Quast. Quast feeds it down to Schmidt on the left side. Back out to Quast. Then to Anna Morgan. And they get it down into the corner to Johnson. It gets knocked out of bounds.
Good hands by Jasmine Best.
She knocked it away. It went out of bounds, so still Hayward ball. Ball comes in to Anna Morgan. To Quast. To Johnson on the left side. She gets it over to Poppy, and the shot is no good. Rebound taken down by Best. To Olsen on the right side. Her pass to Hydorn is a little off the mark, and then we're going to get a foul called on Hajdukovic as they were scrambling for the loose ball on the floor. That's the first foul on Jeanette. Fourth team foul on the Vikings. Schmidt with the ball. Feeds it to Anna Morgan on the left side. Gets it out high to Quast. Quast takes it down the right side to Johnson. Back out to Quast. Over to Anna Morgan to Schmidt. Schmidt to Quast between the circles. Takes it down the left side to Schmidt. Pass out to Johnson, gets intercepted by Best. She takes it down the floor, lays it up. She got fouled on the way up. And Johnson didn't like that call, but that's who the foul is on.
Yeah, good job by Jasmine Best to create the contact there. Go to the line.
That's first foul on Johnson, second team foul on the Hurricanes. First shot on the way, it's good. Shipman back into the lineup for the Vikings, giving Barstead a break. Bertram Schofield waiting to come in. She's going to replace Best, assuming Best makes his free throw. And it's off the back of the iron. Rebound being chased down. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hurricanes. Nope. Last touch by the Vikings. Ball comes into Quast. Then to Johnson. Still in the backcourt. She feeds it to Quast in the forecourt. Over onto the left side to Schmidt. Tries the left baseline. Puts a shot up. It's no good, but we get a whistle and a foul.
Jeanette? 40.
I believe it's on Hajdukovic. It's her second. Fifth team foul on the Vikings. And it's Ali Zawatowski. I'll check that. It's Greta Schmidt at the line. I knew there was a 5 in there somewhere. Barstead back into the lineup, replacing Hajdukovic. Second shot is up. It's off the back of the iron. Barstead with the rebound. Hydorn with it. Feeds it over to the right side to Bertram Schofield. Splits the defense. Puts the shot up. It's no good. Gets her own rebound. Looking for somewhere to go. Feeds it out to Hydorn. Puts up the 3. No good. Rebound being chased as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Shipman. And it will be Hayward ball. Vikings on top, 13-4. Ball comes in to Poppy. Johnson chases it down. They get it over into the corner to Cadet. Back out to Poppy. To Schmidt. Now down to Johnson. Drives the left baseline. She does not get anywhere. And we're going to get a foul on Johnson as Hydorn grabbed the rebound. And Johnson got called for the reach.
Should be her second.
Third team foul on the Hurricanes. And into the lineup comes Kayla Weller for the Hurricanes. And down the floor come the Vikings. Hydorn with it. Feeds it over to Bertram Schofield. Back to Hydorn, to Olsen. High, wide, and left. Back out between the circles to Barstead. Barstead directing traffic to Hydorn on the left side. He gives it to Olsen, top of the key. Drives down the lane, lays it up, and it goes in. Ainsley Olsen with the first 2 for the night. 15-4. Vikings on top. Hayward bringing the ball down. Cadot's got it. Feeding it to Schmidt. She gets it across the timeline. Gets it over to Poppy. Poppy on the right side. They get it down underneath the Cadet. Back out to Poppy from the elbow. She hit it. Avery Poppy from the right elbow makes it 15-6. Vikings on top. Olsen has it high, wide, and right for the Vikings. To Hydorn. To Bertram Schofield on the left side. Tries to drive through. Loses control, but it's picked up by Barstead. To Hydorn. Feeds it into the lane. Gets knocked back out to her. Hydorn has it between the circles. Feeds it off to the right side to Barstead. Barstead into the lane to Shipman. Lays it up, and it's good. 17-6. Or check that was Shipman that scored that.
She's got 4 points.
They feed it over to Cadet. Gets it across the timeline to Poppy. To Schmidt. Bring it over to the left side. To Quast. To Schmidt. on the left. Quast puts up a three from the left side. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Hayward. They get it out to Schmidt. Quast high, wide, and left. Now she takes it to the left side of the lane. Throws one up, and it goes in. 17-8. Vikings up by 9. Hydorn on the dribble. Feeds it over to the right side to Bertram Schofield to Olsen down in the right corner. Long pass across to Barstead. Down into the corner, and it's a little too hot for Shipman to handle. We have a substitution for Hayward. Zawatowski into the lineup. As Hayward brings the ball in. And the pass gets batted by the Vikings, but out of bounds. Schmidt to inbound. She gets it into Weller. Weller on the dribble, still in the backcourt. Loses control, ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be the Viking ball. Bertram Schofield into Hydorn. Hydorn over to the left side to Barstead, back out to Hydorn to Bertram Schofield. Cross-court pass to Barstead, three-pointer on the way. She hit the three! Maddie Barstead with the three. 20-8, Vikings on top. Quast brings it across the timeline. Feeds it over to the right side. Cross-court pass. It was caught by Zawatowski, but with a toe on the end line, so it's a turnover to the Vikings.
Yeah, it's not going to get him mentioned on that last play for Colfax. Good job by Ainsley Olsen to run the play and set that open shot for Maddie.
Vikings have it. High, wide, and right with Bovey. Tries to feed it into the lane to Barstead, and it gets intercepted by Hayward. Coming down the floor is Poppy. She gets it out to Quast. Quast three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. To Best, who brings it across the timeline. Stops between the circles. Feeds it over to the right side to Bovey. Back out to Best. To Bertram Schofield on the left. Puts it up and in. Emily Bertram Schofield with another 2 points. 6 points for her tonight. 22-8, Vikings on top. Quast with it. Loses control. Bovey feeds it to Shipman, who gets it to Best. Kicks it out to Bertram Schofield. Takes it into the lane. Shot's no good. Rebound taken down by Poppy. Down the floor to Zawatowski. And a fight for the ball. Jump ball being called. Quast and Shipman had it all tied up. Possession arrow in favor of the Hurricanes. Long pass. Doesn't make connection except for Barstead, who lays it up and in. Barstead basically took the loose ball and took it to the hole. Inbound pass, and we have a timeout being called by the Hurricanes with 6:38 to go in the first half. Vikings 25, Hurricanes 8. You are tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came in for!
Our next game will be on Monday, January 10th when the Vikings host the Elevastrom Cardinals. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Monday, January 10th.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Back here at Colfax High School, Hayward inbounding the ball as the Vikings lead 25-8 in the first half. Schmidt feeds it out to Poppy, gets it over to the right side to Quast, back to Poppy, who lays it up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Best tries to feed it into the lane, got knocked away by Poppy and into the hands of Anna Morgan, who gets it over to Quast and across the timeline. Schmidt has it high, wide, and left. Back over to Quast, now down to Anna Morgan on the right. To Poppy, to Schmidt. To Anna Morgan on the left. Out to Schmidt, to Quast, high, wide, and right. Down into the left corner to Morgan. Back out to Poppy, then to Zawatowski. She's inside the arc on the right side, and the ball gets taken away. Down the floor comes Bovey. She lays it up. It does not go, and the rebound taken down by Poppy. Quast has it, now down into the left corner to Schmidt. Back out high to Poppy. Tries to feed it to Schmidt. It goes through her hands, but right into Zawatowski's hands on the left side to Quast. Quast takes it to the free throw line, kicks it out to Morgan. Now down into the right corner to Poppy. Back over to Morgan on the left side. Morgan feeds it now to Poppy on the right side. Back to Morgan on the right side. She's inside the arc. Takes it into the lane, and we have a whistle, and she took a little bit of an extra step. So it's a turnover to the Vikings. Just under 5 minutes to go. Best to bring it down for the Vikings. Feeds it over to Barstead, to Olsen in the right corner. Olsen tries to feed it across, but it got intercepted. Down the floor is Johnson, and she lays it in. Best has it. Gets it over to the left side, and the shot is no good. And on the rebound, I think we're going to get a foul on Hajdukovic.
Yeah, she'll have to come out.
That's 3 fouls on Jeanette Hajdukovic. And the Hurricanes inbound it. By the way, that's the 6th foul on the Vikings. And pass gets tapped by the Vikings and then tied up. We have a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. Hydorn to inbound. She gets it to Best. Best over to the right side to Bertram Schofield. Back to Best. Over to Hydorn. Back to Best. And we have a 3-second call on Olsen in the lane. So Hayward inbounds. Johnson has it. Quickly down across the timeline. Gets it out to Schmidt. Puts up the 3, no good. And down come the Vikings. Barstead takes it into the lane. Goes to the hole. Draws the foul. That foul is going to be on Zawatowski. It's her first personal. 4th team foul against Hayward. Barstead's first shot is good. Second shot on the way, off the back of the air, no good. Rebound taken down by Zawatowski. Down the floor come the Hurricanes. Schmidt with it, gets it over to Johnson, high, wide, and right. Out high to Anna Morgan, over to Schmidt on the left side. Schmidt back out high to Poppy, to Morgan on the right. Pass gets batted around by a couple of people and picked up by Hayward. Johnson has it on the right side to Schmidt down in the corner. Tries to feed it toward the lane to Zawatowski. Out to Poppy, over to Morgan, quickly swinging it around to Johnson. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Barstead with the rebound. She gets it to Best, brings it across the timeline. Feeds it to Olsen at the left elbow. Feeds it underneath to Barstead. Tries to put it up. It doesn't crawl over. Rebound being fought for. And Hayward comes away with it. Zawatowski. Then they feed it down the floor to Schmidt, but she took an extra step. Shipman into the lineup for the Vikings, giving Barstead a bit of a break. 2:58 to go in the first half. Vikings up by 16, 26-10. Feed underneath to Shipman, who lays it up and in, and she drew the harm. It's one of the things McKenna Shipman does really well. Take it to the hole, and if you draw the harm, at least you get free throws.
Yeah, that was a good pass.
And the +1 does not go in. Hayward comes away with the rebound. Quast has it. She brings it down the floor. Gets it over to Anna Morgan. High, wide, and right. Feeds it down into the right corner to Johnson. Down to the right baseline to Kadat. She puts up the shot and draws the foul on Shipman. Shipman got a little of her own medicine right there. Kadat at the line for 2. That's the second foul on Shipman. First shot by Kadat is good. Seven fouls on the Vikings. Second shot on the way is no good. Shipman grabbed the rebound, and Best brings it down. Takes it to the right side. Feeds it to Shipman. Works the right baseline, and we get a whistle and a foul. Awful lot of fouls being called in this first half. And that foul is on Avery Poppy, as Shipman goes to the line for 2. First shot on the way off the iron, no good. Shipman with the second shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Hayward. Down the floor comes Johnson. Between the circles, feeds it over to Aaron Morgan. Back out to Quast, to Johnson, and she touched it before it went out of bounds, and so it'll be Viking ball. Best across the timeline. They swing it around to the left side, now to Barstead on the right, puts up the 3. She hit the three-pointer again. Barstead with a 3.
Maddie's got 15.
Hayward with it. Kadat feeds it to Anna Morgan. Down at the baseline, puts it up, it doesn't go. Barstead with the rebound. Long lead pass down to Bovey. Feeds it to Bertram Schofield. Reverse layup doesn't go in. Hayward with the rebound. Minute and a half to go. Johnson with it at the free throw line. Feeds it over to the right side, back to Johnson. Takes it into the paint, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. I think it's on Best. That's her second. That's the 8th foul. And this should be a bonus. So Johnson at the line for the 1-on-1. First shot on the way, off the back of the air, no good. Barstead with the rebound to Heidorn. Hitting it over to the right side. Back out high to Heidorn. To Bovey, back to Heidorn. Heidorn gets it to Olsen. Tries the left baseline. It got clogged up, and the shot was no good. Rebound by Hayward, but stolen by the Vikings. Olsen puts up 3. It's off the iron, no good. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Bertram Schofield.
Yep, over the back.
And the long walk down the floor. 51 seconds to go in half number 1. Vikings up by 20. Aaron Morgan at the line to shoot the 1-on-1. And the shot is up and good. Aaron Morgan is very close to a lane violation here with her toe placement. Second shot is up. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Bertram Schofield with the rebound. Hydorn to bring it down the floor. Between the circles, feeds it over to the right side to Bovey. Back to Hydorn, over to Bertram Schofield. Back to Hydorn. To Bovey. To Hydorn. To Bertram Schofield on the left. To Hydorn, out high. High widen right now to Bovey. To Hydorn, over to Bertram Schofield. Back to Hydorn.
Looks like they'll play for one.
Bovey with it to Hydorn. 15 seconds to go. Hydorn has it between the circles.
All right, they have to start their play.
To Hydorn, to Bertram Schofield. To Bovey from the left side. Shot is no good, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul because Bovey got fouled after she released that three-point attempt. She's going to go to the line for three.
Yeah, foul on 33, Aaron Morgan.
That's her second. Not that it matters, but it's the seventh foul. For the rest of the half, the Vikings will be in the bonus. First shot's good. That's all 2.7 seconds of the half.
Right.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we have Viking halftime with a profile. Second shot is good. And then we have the Colfax High School report. Third shot, and it's good. 34-12, Vikings on top. Inbound pass, long throw, not even close. And we go to halftime with the score. The Vikings 34, the Hayward Hurricanes 12. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Meadow Keltner. And Meadow, you're a sophomore here at Colfax High School?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we know that you play basketball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
I do volleyball here too.
Okay. Now, when did you start playing basketball, and what kind of an experience has that been?
I started playing in 2nd grade, and it has been my favorite sport since I started.
Okay, well, that's the way it ought to work out, isn't it? So what's the most important thing that you've learned from basketball?
Your team isn't just a team, it's your family, and they're always going to be for you.
Okay, good. So when not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you entertained or interested and so on?
I like hanging out with my family. We do a lot of camping and trips and going out and doing outdoor activities and hiking and stuff.
Sounds like fun. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's a few rapid-fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
Particular flavor?
Chocolate chip mint.
Ooh, yum. Okay. Your favorite color and why?
Blue, because it's calm.
Okay, see, I would have thought you would have said green because that's what the mint chocolate chip is, but okay, blue works, all right. Now, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
To be taller whenever I feel like it.
Instant growth, right? Okay. Yeah, that works. Now, if you have a superpower like being tall, you of course have to have a superhero name. And since yours would be temporary height, what would Meadow's superhero name be?
Growing Meadow.
Growing Meadow. That sounds like a country scene, and you're looking out there, but it makes you think of a superhero, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite NBA or WNBA team?
The Bucks.
All right. And your favorite college team?
I don't really have a favorite, just whatever's on.
Okay. All right. We're talking with Meadow Keltner on Viking Profile. And Meadow, what are your plans for after high school?
I plan to going into med school and becoming a doctor. Not sure what kind yet, but I want to be there to help people.
Okay, so you've got a lot of schooling left ahead of you. Yes, you do. How about a shout out to your family?
Thank you for supporting me and always showing up and being there for me. And I love you.
Okay. So when people come to Viking games, where are they going to find you out on the floor?
Cheering on, being there for my teammates.
Okay. All right. It doesn't get better than that. Okay, we want to thank Meadow Keltner for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, it starts to work itself out.
Time now for the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The Colfax Vikings athletics kept a low profile during the holiday break. The only team in action was the Bloomer Colfax Wrestlers. They competed at the Northern Badger Tournament in River Falls on December 29th and 30th. 4 wrestlers placed in the tournament for Bloomer Colfax. Capturing 12th at 220 pounds was Sammy Espinal. Placing 9th at 170 pounds was Ethan Rubenzer. Taking 3rd place at 145 pounds was Luke Blanchard, who defeated David Olson from St. Croix Central on a 3-0 decision. The top finisher for Bloomer Colfax was Bowen Rothbauer, who wrestled to 2nd place at 160 pounds. He was defeated in the championship match by Cole Marco from St. Croix Falls on an 11-3 decision. Prior to the Northern Badger, the wrestlers traveled to Boyceville to take on the Bulldogs on December 16th. The Bulldogs had the upper hand on that day, defeating Bloomer Colfax 54-24. The next day, the 17th, the wrestlers went to Cameron for a multi-duel event where they finished the day with 2 wins and 2 losses. The Cameron Comets defeated Bloomer Colfax 60-22, but then Bloomer Colfax bounced back to defeat Prescott 36-30. The Durand Panthers upended Bloomer Colfax 46-36, and Bloomer Colfax finished the day on a high note by defeating Unity 42-18. Now this week, the Viking basketball teams get back underway with each team having 3 games. The Viking girls travel to Fall Creek on January 3rd. Then they host the Spring Valley Cardinals in Game 2 of a boys-girls doubleheader on Thursday, followed by hosting the Hayward Hurricanes on Saturday. We are carrying all 3 games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Viking boys will host the Turtle Lake Lakers on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, they will take on the Augusta Beavers in Game 1 of that boy-girl doubleheader. That will be followed on Friday with the boys traveling to Boyceville to take on the Bulldogs. We will also have those 3 games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, coming up next week, the Bloomer Colfax Wrestlers will take on the Stanley Boyd Orioles in a dual meet at Colfax High School on January 11th. Then on Saturday the 15th, the Grapplers travel to Ladysmith for the Ladysmith Invitational. The Viking boys basketball team will have 3 games next week. On Monday the 10th, they will host the Leavestrom Cardinals. On Thursday the 13th, the boys will host the Spring Valley Cardinals. And then on Friday the 14th, they will host the Somerset Spartans. The Viking girls are scheduled for 2 games next week. On Tuesday, the 11th, the girls will battle for first place in the Dun St. Croix Conference when they travel to Elk Mound to take on the Mounders. Then on Friday the 14th, the girls will travel to Plum City High School, where they will take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. We currently plan to carry all 5 Viking basketball games next week on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. In other school news, the annual FFA conference runs this Friday and Saturday, and the Dorian Vocal Music Festival runs from Sunday the 9th through the 11th. And that's what's happening at Colfax High School for the week of January 2nd through the 8th.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
And we're back here at Colfax High School getting ready to start the second half. Dan, what do we have for leaders in the first half?
Here's the leader for Hayward. We have number 3, Brooke Quast with 4 points. For the Colfax Vikings, their leading scorer right now is number 22, Maddie Barstad, with 16.
And the Vikings have a 34-12 lead over the Hayward Hurricanes. Hurricanes to inbound. Quast gets it into Johnson, and they feed it back over to Quast, high, wide, and right. Quast bounced pass, and it went off the leg of Bovey. So Hayward will have it out of bounds. Erin Morgan gets it into Quast. High, wide, and right. She gets it over to Erin on the right wing. Feeds it into Cadet at the elbow. Takes it down to the right side of the lane. Cross-court pass over onto the left side to Johnson in the corner. Back out to Anna Morgan, to Erin Morgan. To Quast. Tries to feed it into the lane. We get a whistle.
Maybe a kick?
It must have been. I didn't see any legs near it, but inbound pass. Shot goes up. It's no good by Cadet. Rebound taken away by the Vikings. Barstead with the rebound, gets it over to Best, who brings it down the floor. Gets it over to the right side to Barstead. To Bovey. Brings it out high on the right side. To Shipman driving the lane. She puts it up, got fouled on the way up. And she'll go to the line for 2. Fouls on Quast. It's her first. First team foul on Hayward. First shot by Shipman is no good. Second shot is up. It's good. 35-12. Hayward has it on the left side. Quast with it to Aaron Morgan. Back out high to Quast at top of the key. Over to Anna Morgan on the right. To Aaron at the top of the key. To Quast on the left. Quast takes it out between the circles. Over to Aaron on the right. Back out high to Johnson. Over to Anna on the left. And we're going to get a travel called on Aaron Morgan. She evidently dragged the pivot foot a little bit. Pass gets inbounded to Best for the Vikings. Feeds it over to the left side to Bertram Schofield. Out to Bovey. Over to Best. To Shipman, who lays it up. It goes in. We're going to get a foul called on Cadet. Shipman's going to go to the line for the +1. That's the second foul on Cadet. Second team foul on the Hayward Hurricanes. Shot is up, rattles around and off. Cadet with the rebound. Gets it over to Quast. Across the timeline. Feeds it over to the left side to Anna Morgan. Down the right corner to Cadet. Tries to get it into the lane. Ball's loose. Being battled for. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. I think it's on Johnson. It is. We're going to get a foul there. Her third. And it's the third team foul on the Hayward Hurricanes. Best across the timeline. Feeds it over to the right side to Bertram Schofield. Over to Best, underneath, shot goes up and in by Shipman.
She's got 11 points.
39-12, Vikings on top. Hayward has it on the right side. From the right elbow, Johnson's shot is no good. And down the floor come the Vikings. Bovey with it, feeds it to Shipman on the left side, takes it into the lane, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound, Cadet on the board. Gets it to Quast, dribbles between the circles, feeds it over to the left side to Anna Morgan, takes it into the lane, turns, looks for the shot, doesn't get it. Feeds it out to Aaron Morgan on the right side, out to Quast at the top of the key. To Anna Morgan on the right. She's straddling the three-point line, takes it out to the top of the key. Now she's kind of tied up, looking for somewhere to go. Gets it to Aaron Morgan down in the right corner. She feeds it into the lane to Cadet. Back out to Aaron. To Johnson from the top of the key. No good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Long pass to Shipman. Takes it to the hole and puts it in. McKenna Shipman. 41-12, Vikings on top. Johnson with it, and we get a timeout called by the Hayward Hurricanes. 14:34 to go, Vikings 41, Hurricanes 12. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
Back here at Colfax High School, Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. Jeff Gust on the camera. Hayward has the ball. Vikings have the lead. Quast with the dribble. Top of the key. Feeds it out to Schmidt on the left. Her pass is almost intercepted to Quast, who gets it back to Schmidt. Three-pointer comes up short. Johnson saves it from going out of bounds. Johnson with a three-pointer from the corner. No good. Rebound by Shipman. Long pass to Barstead. Barstead loses the handle, but is picked up by Bertram Schofield. Out to Best, backs out and settles things down. She takes it around to the right side, feeds it out to Bovey, three-pointer on the way off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound, knocked back in and saved by Bertram Schofield, but then it goes off of Quast and out of bounds. So it'll be Viking ball.
Yeah, good hustle by Colfax.
Bertram Schofield diving out of bounds to save that ball. Pass comes into Barstead, puts the shot up and in, right from the middle of the paint. A little bunny shot right from the middle. Johnson brings it down the floor for Hayward. Vikings on top, 43-12. Schmidt on the right side, over to Quast in the corner. Back out to the top of the key to Poppy. Back over to Quast, drives to the lane, feeds it back out to Poppy. Into the lane, Zawatowski, and the shot is no good. Rebound taken down by Bertram Schofield. Down the floor she comes, drives the lane, puts it up, basket's gonna count, and she drew the harm. Emily Bertram Schofield with a chance for three. Foul was on Greta Schmidt. It's her first personal, fourth team foul on Hayward. Hajdukovic and Olsen into the lineup. Goodell waiting at the scorer's table because she'll be replacing Bertram Schofield. And the shot is good, so Goodell comes into the lineup. Hayward to inbound it. 46-12, Vikings on top. Down the floor come the Hurricanes. They feed it over to the right side. Ball gets knocked loose. Wrestle for on the floor. Zawatowski and Olsen on top of each other, but the ball comes loose. And the Vikings have it, laying it up, and in is Best. She took it down, did an underhanded scoop shot, and it went in. Schmidt brings it down the floor on the left side. Feeds to Schmidt in the lane, and we're going to get a foul called on Best.
That's her third.
First team foul on the Vikings this half. Johnson going to inbound it. Feeds it out to Quast. Over to Schmidt. Then over to the right side, three-pointer on the way, no good by Johnson. Rebound taken down by Zawatowski, and we have a whistle and a foul. Foul's on Hajdukovic, it's her fourth. Ball comes into Johnson, over to Schmidt, to Quast. Quast with a three-pointer, it's no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Best on the dribble. Stops, and they're going to get her with a travel. That pivot foot slid. I could see that one from up here.
Eagle eyes up here.
Well, I happen to be looking in the right place. Oh. Schmidt with the dribble across the timeline, feeds it over to Bergenschneider. Over to Johnson, puts the shot up, it's no good. Rebound gets fought for out of bounds, and it'll be Hayward ball. They're saying it went off of Best. She inbounds the pass to Poppy. Get it out to Bergschneider. Over to Johnson. Over on the left side to Schmidt, feeds it in to Zawatowski. And the Vikings come away with it. Goodell with a three-pointer, it's no good. Rebound taken down by Olsen, feeds it out to Hydorn, puts the shot up and in. Molly Hydorn with the two.
Her first 2 points.
Johnson with it for the Hurricanes on the right side. Gets it over to Bergschneider. Now it's down to Poppy on the left, out high. And we got a whistle and a foul. And I think it's on Best.
34.
Oh, it's on Goodell. Her first, third team foul on the Vikings. Ball comes into Johnson, over to Bergschneider. To Schmidt, three-pointer on the way, she hit it.
Her first 3 points.
Hydorn with it. Fades over to the right side, now drives towards the lane, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound being tapped around, Bergschneider comes away with it. Gets it to Schmidt, taking it down the left side to Johnson from the left corner inside the arc. No good. Rebound, and they're going to say it's off of Hayward.
We'll take it.
We will. Dan and I just exchanged glances on that one because it sure looked to me like Jeanette Hajdukovic is the one who knocked it out of bounds. But we're not down there, so we didn't see it. Hydorn with it. Feeding it to Goodell. Feeds it into the lane. Ball got knocked up in the air. Ball saved in by Hajdukovic, being chased down. Couple of Vikings collide, take each other out down the floor. Shot goes up and no good by Schmidt. Was fouled by Goodell. That's one of those coaches don't mind a player taking because you'll make the person get it from the line instead of the easy layup. Second foul on Goodell. First shot on the way is no good. 50-15. Vikings on top. 10:30 to go. Second shot. That one went home. That's 4 points for Schmidt today. And Hydorn brings it down the floor for the Vikings. They swing it around to Hajdukovic on the left side to Hydorn on the left wing. Gets it out to Olsen. Drives into the lane. Puts the shot up. It's off the glass. No good. Olsen gets their own rebound. No good. And we got a whistle and...
Jump ball. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. So Goodell inbounds it out to Olsen. She drives into the lane again, puts a shot up, and this time she drew the foul. And let's see. Fouls on Schmidt. Second personal, 15 foul. Olsen goes to the line for two. First shot is good. Olsen coming off a 12-point game against Spring Valley. Second shot is good. That's 4 points for Olsen tonight. As Hayward has it on the left side, shot got blocked and Vikings come away with it. Hydorn with it. Takes it across the timeline into the lane. Feeds it out to Olsen on the left side. She's on the left wing. She gets it over to J.C. Bovey, who's into the game. She snuck in there without me noticing. Hydorn with it. Gets it to Hajdukovic, who tries to feed to Olsen going through the lane. And it went out of bounds. And they're saying it was off of Olsen's foot. So it'll be Hayward's ball. Schmidt with it. Between the circles. Feeds it over to the left side to Quast. Quast in the lane, took an extra step. One too many steps before she got rid of the ball.
Colfax defense still relentless. 9:06 left in second half.
Hydorn across the timeline with the ball. Over to Goodell on the right side. She takes it out to the top of the key. Over to Olsen on the right. Takes it between the circles. To Hydorn. To J.C. Bovey. Over to Olsen in the left corner. Tries the left baseline. Feeds it out to Hydorn. Three-pointer on the way. Off the iron. No good. Rebound taken down by Cadet. And here comes the Hayward Hurricanes. Quast feeds it over to Anna Morgan. To Cadet. Puts a shot up. It's no good. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. Let's see who they call it on. Foul is on Hydorn. It's her first personal. 15 foul on the Vikings. First shot on the way, it's good. Checking into the lineup is Jada Anderson. Ainsley Olsen to take a break. Second shot rattles around, no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Hydorn with it. Brings it down the floor. 8:27 to go. Anderson to Goodell. Over to Hydorn on the right side. To Goodell. From the left, puts up the three, no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Gets it out to Hydorn. Over to Bovee. Tries to get it to Anderson. Ball gets taken away by the Hurricanes. Down the floor comes Miller to Quast. Down to the baseline. Back out to Quast. To Miller. Three-pointer on the way. Off the iron. No good. Bovee with the rebound. That's J.C. Bovee. To Hydorn. To Goodell. And we have a whistle. We're going to get a foul on Anna Morgan. It's her first personal, 6th team foul. That means the Vikings will be in the bonus after this inbound. Goodell feeds it into Hajdukovic, puts it up in the air, and it's good. Jeanette Hajdukovic with the score.
First two.
Down the floor comes Quast, stops at the free throw line, gets it over to Kadat. Back out high to Miller, then pass goes over to the left side with a three-pointer, no good. Actually, she was just inside the arc, but the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball. Couple of substitutes coming in for Hayward. Johnson back in the game, Schmidt back in the game. And the Vikings bring the ball down the floor. Hydorn feeds it off to Hajdukovic. Underneath to Anderson, turns around, puts it up. It goes off the iron, no good. Anderson with another shot, no good. Rebound this time by Bovee, and she draws the foul as she goes up. So J.C. Bovee to go to the line.
Let's see how many that is. Oh, it's not 53, 21.
So the foul was on Rachel Miller. It's her first personal. First shot is up, it's no good. Olsen into the lineup, and Goodell gets a break. Also coming in is Poppy for the Hayward Hurricanes. And J.C. Bovee at the line. Shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by the Hurricanes. Down the floor comes Miller. She feeds it to Kadat on the right side of the lane. Bounce pass over to Johnson cutting through the lane, but it doesn't go in. And the Vikings come away with the ball. 54-17. Hajdukovic with it over to the left side to Olsen. Gets it back out high, but the ball gets stolen by Johnson. Pump fake, puts it up. Ball got blocked. Next shot, pass is intercepted. And the Vikings come back with it. Hajdukovic with the quick hands. They get it over to Hydorn. Takes it to the right side. Gets it to Olsen on the right wing. Olsen drives into the lane, and they're going to get an offensive foul. She was shoving off with the elbow that time. Kind of looked like her father back when he was a running back giving the stiff arm.
Runs in the family.
It does. Down the floor comes Schmidt. Feeds it over to the right side, and now they get it to Miller at the top of the key. Miller's shot goes out of bounds, but it was blocked out of bounds by the Vikings. So it'll be Hayward's ball. Bergschneider to inbound. And the inbound pass gets tipped out of bounds by Hajdukovic. So Bergschneider's going to get another try. Bounce pass in this time to Poppy. Takes it into the lane, turn around, puts it up, it goes in, and she drew the foul, and I think that's going to be on Hajdukovic. Yeah, that'll be on Jeanette Hajdukovic. That's going to be all for her. She finishes the night with 2 points. And some pretty tough play underneath the basket. Goodell comes in to replace her. Shot goes up and it goes through. 54-20. Vikings on top. Hydorn on the dribble. Gets it out to Goodell. Goodell takes it around the right side. Had her pocket picked. Poppy with it. Coming down for Hayward. Pass to Schmidt is behind her, and before she could get the handle on it, it went out of bounds. 5:44 to go. Vikings have the ball. Hydorn on the dribble. Takes it across the timeline on the right side. Around into the lane, lays it up, and it goes in. Molly Hydorn with the 2. 56-20. Three-pointer on the way, no good. That was by Miller. Quickly down the floor is Anderson. Turns around. We're going to get a jump ball called. It looked like Bergschneider got her handle on the ball as Anderson was trying to turn and pass it. Possession arrow in favor of Hayward. Schmidt takes it down the lane, puts the shot up. It's no good. Rebound being fought for, and Schmidt had it. Hydorn grabbed it, and they said jump ball. That was a pretty quick jump ball. Hydorn with it. Across the timeline. Looking for some help. Got it. Goodell drives the right baseline. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. It will be Viking ball. The ball went off of Weller. So Goodell to inbound. Gets it into Anderson. Over to Hydorn, to Olsen. High, wide, and right. She brings it around to between the circles. Now to Goodell. Goodell feeds it over to Anderson. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. And it will be Viking ball. 4:34 to go. High pass into Olsen. Goes up with it. Drew the foul. That's going to be a foul on Avery Poppy. And Ainsley Olsen on the line. Shooting 2. First shot is up and in. Second shot, no good. 57-20, Vikings on top. Down the floor comes Hayward. Schmidt feeds it off to the left side and into the lane, and we get a travel called on Miller. She put on the brakes, except 1 foot didn't realize the brakes had been applied. So Hydorn to bring it across the timeline.
Good hockey toe
feeds
drag.
it into the lane. We have a whistle.
And a foul.
And the foul is on Kayla Weller. It's her first. That's the 9th foul on Hayward, and it does put the Vikings to the line. Free throw by J.C. Bovey is no good. Rebound taken down by Hayward. Down the floor they come. This is Miller with it. Takes it into the lane. Feeds it out to Schmidt. Schmidt down the left baseline. Lays it up and in. Olsen inbounds it for the Vikings to Hydorn. Takes it across the timeline. She goes over to the right side. Feeds it to Goodell. Goodell coming back around to the top of the key. To Olsen on the right side. She takes it around near the top of the key. Gets it to Bovey between the circles. To Goodell. Goodell to Olsen, 3:38 to go. To Hydorn from 3, no. Rebound taken down by Hayward. 57-22, Vikings on top. Hayward with it. This is Weller. She puts the shot up. It's no good, but she got fouled.
Should be on 14, Ainsley Olsen.
She chased the ball out there. I just wanted to make sure she wasn't stopping at the concession stand on her way.
Grab me some popcorns.
First shot is up, no good. This is Kayla Weller, senior guard for the Hayward Hurricanes. Second shot on the way, no good. Rebound by Olsen. She brings it down across the timeline, takes it down the left side, and dribbled it right off her toe and out of bounds. So it'll be Hayward ball. Down the floor come the Hurricanes. Schmidt gets it to Weller, drives into the lane. Feeds it back out to Poppy, comes down into the lane, lays it up, it goes in and out, no good. Olsen with the rebound to Bovey, to Hydorn. And down the floor come the Vikings, under 3 minutes to go. Bovey with it on the left side. Loses the handle. Here comes Poppy down the floor for the Hurricanes. Takes it to the hole. Shot is no good. Olsen with the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. Well, we have two different arrows. Evidently, the scoreboard and the scoring table are not consistent. Now they are, but Hayward has the ball. So here they come with it. Schmidt with the three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebound by Anderson. And she tried to get it over to Bovey, but got fouled in the process, and we're going to take the walk down the floor.
Where are we? Apparently it's not a foul.
Well, I don't know what it is. It wasn't a jump ball. Anyway, the Vikings have it. Ball gets stolen by Schmidt. Down the floor she goes, lays it up, and it goes in. 57-24. Vikings come down the floor. Feeding it over to the right side to Goodell. She's at the top of the key. Turns, looking for help, gets it to Olsen. Olsen feeds over to Hydorn. She's on the right side. High, wide, and right. Now she's looking for help. And we get a timeout called by the Vikings. Timeout on the floor with 1:48 to go. Vikings 57, Hurricanes 24. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit DairyStateBank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings have the ball. Hydorn with it, high, wide, and right. Takes it to the free throw line. Gets it out to Olsen between the circles. Feeds it over to Anderson on the left. She dribbles over to the right, gets it to Goodell. Goodell trying to work out high, now takes it down low on the right side. Into a little bit of trouble. Hydorn has it now high, wide, and right. Hydorn loses her footing, and Hayward comes away with the ball. They feed it down the floor, trying to get it to Clifford, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Good hands by number 44, Jada Anderson. Get the turnover.
Ball comes into Hydorn. Hydorn across the timeline to Anderson. Anderson drives down to the lane, puts a shot up, and it goes in. 59-24, we're under a minute. Down the floor come the Hurricanes. Bergschneider gets it over to Miller. Miller tries the right baseline, feeds it over to Schmidt. Schmidt from the left corner, shot's no good. And the ball goes out of bounds off Heidorn's foot. So it'll be Hayward ball. 45.6 seconds. Ball goes into Weller. Now to Schmidt. Schmidt in the lane. Feeds it out to Bergschneider. To Weller, and she shuffled her feet before she put the ball on the floor. So the Vikings have it. Olsen into Heidorn. Heidorn across the timeline. 30 seconds to go. Goodell with it on the right side. Feeds it out to Olsen, high, wide, and right. About 20 seconds. Let's see if the Vikings try to run the clock. And Olsen knows she double dribbled. That was a professional Olsen eye roll on that one. The only person I've ever seen do better at that eye roll is her older sister, who's sitting right down in front of us and heard me say that. Hayward has the ball. They feed it into the lane to Bergschneider, to Weller. Out for a three-pointer from Schmidt, off the iron, no good. Olsen with the rebound, and it goes off her leg out of bounds. And we have 0.3 of a second remaining. 59-24. Inbound pass, no shot, and there's our final score. Vikings 59, Hurricanes 24. And we're going to be back with Viking postgame right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Grammar Avenue in Colfax.
When you've checked that hayfield and find it's time to harvest, give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net-wrapped round bales. He can even give you bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Girls Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
Time now for Viking postgame. with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking postgame.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera. Vikings come away victorious 59-24. And joining us right away tonight is Courtney Serrar. And Coach, I can't think of a nicer way to spend a Saturday.
Yeah, the girls played well. I thought, top to bottom, our starting five really came ready to play, and, they worked hard against Hayward, and, hats off to Joe because he does a great job with those kids, and I knew they were going to want to beat us, and so, yeah, I was impressed with, we were very unselfish. I thought, our defense was excellent. It seems like we're clicking on all cylinders, so I hope we keep that going.
Yeah, especially with Tuesday coming up. But I want to talk a little bit about the Hayward Hurricanes. If a person were to just look at their record, you'd say this isn't going to be a game at all. And then you look a little deeper, you realize they weren't really blown out by anybody. They were tough in every game. And they tried to hang in there as best they could. You guys went on a nice run in the first half and opened things up. But 59-24, it was closer than that score indicates.
Yeah, like I said, Joe does a great job with them, and they'll always come ready to play, and he's really smart and will know, matchups and what to do. Things haven't been going their way, but like you said, they have some, athletic kids who are capable of putting the ball in the basket, and I thought, hats off to our kids because they just couldn't get a shot. Our defense was outstanding, and they were frustrated.
And the good thing about tonight's game, you guys, your starters did open up a big enough lead. You were able to get a lot of players, a lot of playing time tonight. And that's going to come in handy as we go down this season. There's going to be times when you're going to have to bring people in off the bench. Somebody's going to get in foul trouble, and you're going to need to not have there be a big drop-off. And this is the kind of game that allows you to develop that kind of ability in your team.
Yeah, absolutely. I got those starting five out of there pretty early. We wanted to come out of here with no injuries, and we did that. We got a lot of kids a lot of minutes, and our second string, I was impressed with a lot of the stuff that they did as well. So it was a good game for everyone to play a ton of minutes.
So 59-24. Season continues to roll on. Big game against Elk Mound. I know we're going to talk before the game, but your initial thoughts about that one?
I think it's going to be our toughest matchup, yet. The Mounders are playing well, so we're going to have to come ready to play. Our defense is going to have to show up along with our offense, but I think it's going to be a fun one.
And the winner of that will pretty much be in the driver's seat for the Dunn St. Croix Crown.
Yeah, it's a huge game for the conference race. I'm hoping we come out victorious, but I know our kids are going to show up. They've, been excited about that one for a while, so.
Well, not only is it a close game, standings-wise and so on, it's a rivalry game. That just adds extra to it. Let's put it this way. Tuesday's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep, it's going to be a good time. I hope, a lot of Colfax fans, show up for us, and, I think they'll get their money's worth for sure.
And if you can't make it, we're going to be there. We're going to have it. So, congratulations again today. 59-24 over the Hayward Hurricanes, and we'll talk right before the Elk Mound game.
Thanks.
You're tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Back here at Colfax High School, if Jeff will press his button.
Not that button.
Well, he's got other things to do. We'll get a picture back here in a second. But Dan, we had 59-24. How did we get there?
Yeah, here's the scores for Hayward tonight. Their leading scorer was number 5, Greta Schmidt with 8. We had Avery Poppy with 5. We had Michaela Cadet with 4 and Brooke Quast with 4. Then we had Anna Johnson with 2 and Erin Morgan with 1. For the Colfax Vikings, another night with a deep bench. Their leader tonight was number 22, Maddie Barstead with 18 points, followed by 42, McKenna Shipman with 13. We had Emily Bertram Schofield with 9. We had Ainsley Olsen with 5. We had Molly Hydorn with 4. Jillian Bowie with 3. Jasmine Best with 3. And Jeanette Hajdukovic and Jada Anderson with 2.
Okay, and a good example of the Vikings basically doing what they said, but what we said they needed to do before the game. They took care of business today with this 59-24 game against the Hurricanes. There really wasn't much doubt from very early on how this game was going to turn out. Hayward scrapped. Give them credit. They were a very scrappy ball club, but it just wasn't going to be enough today.
Yeah, they got in the paint. They got good shots off, and just a bunch just didn't fall for them.
And they held their own on the boards. They got a fair number of rebounds, but the Vikings cream rises to the top, and that's what happened today.
Yeah, this was a game that Colfax should have won, and they did.
And they did. And it sets up a big match on Tuesday. So don't forget to join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network next Tuesday as the Viking girls travel to Elk Mound to take on the Elk Mound Mounders in a battle for first place in the Dunn St. Croix Conference. Live coverage will begin with Viking pregame beginning at 6:55, and that will be followed by all the live play-by-play action. That's Colfax Girls Basketball Tuesday evening on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Also, don't forget to join us on Monday night as the Viking boys are going to take on the Olivestrom Cardinals in a non-conference game right here at Colfax High School. Live coverage starts again with Viking pregame at 6:55, and that's followed by live play-by-play action. Colfax boys basketball Monday night on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Also, don't forget that on Tuesday, if you can't get over to Elk Mound for that basketball game, the Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will be action here at Colfax High School. They'll be taking on the Stanley Boyd Orioles in a dual meet. So the thing we've been saying all week is come on over, watch the wrestlers do their thing. And don't forget to take your phone along with you and watch the basketball game as we'll bring it to you at the same time. Hey, don't forget, tonight it's Colfax High School basketball game is brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Anderson Bridges, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, Aaron's Custom Baling, FitFam Nutrition of Colfax, and Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. For Rick Olson, that's me, Dan Petschow, and Jeff Gust, we want to thank you for joining us. Final score once again, Vikings 59 and the Hayward Hurricanes 24. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.